Here we go, October 21st. Video will be published there shortly. Go ahead and begin the starter, please. And 5 questions. So here's what I've done here. Okay, these are some of the questions that were often missed during the quarterly. Okay, so I want to talk about them, and we can even go over them a little bit together. So, but let's go ahead. We can work on some of this now. Question one, I'm not going to help you with. Okay, question one, you got to do that. Latin America consists of what what region of the world? Only one answer is correct. Okay, um, I'll help you with it, right? So a little bit of review. Latin America is Central America, includes Central America and South America. Okay, most of the countries that were colonized by Spain. Okay, most likely. So that's what that region of the world is: Central America and South America. Let's go down. Here's what another one that was often missed. Hopefully you can see the map. If not, sometimes on a Mac you can't see it, so maybe go to web browser or go to the app in order to see it. Okay. So which of the following Mexico cities has the lowest population density? The main thing that some of you missed was you picked a city that was not in Mexico. Okay. You picked the city that I believe was in Chile. So you need to look at that and determine which one, that was the common mistake from that, has the lowest population density. Okay, next one, same issue here. A lot of you picked some of you picked Mexico City. Which of the following Brazilian cities has the highest population density? A lot of you picked Mexico City, which is not in Brazil. So you got to make sure that one, you're reading the map carefully, you're reading the question carefully, you're reading the map carefully in order to properly answer these questions. So go ahead and do so now. And then, okay, so the isthmus, or a narrow strip of land that connects Central and South America. So if you look right where Central and South America end and begin, it's where you have the Panama Canal. So boats and, can get through, or ships can get through. Okay, but so it's not the Yucatan Peninsula. That's the peninsula is right as the body of water, sorry, piece of land surrounded on 3 sides by water. It's not the river. Panama Canal is a canal. It's a narrow waterway. Okay, so the Isthmus of Panama would be the correct answer there. Okay. And then lastly, question 5. So here's some prior knowledge that may have been necessary in order to answer this question. According to the timeline, which period of Haiti's history had the greatest European influence? So you got to look at it and see, where did European countries control Haiti? Okay, or when? So I'm looking at 1950 to 1934, probably right here, 1950 to 34. The group that was kind of in control would be the United States. So that wouldn't be the answer. 1492 to 1804, we're about right here. 1492 to 1804, looks like Spain and France, 2 European countries, had a lot of control there. 1950 to 1986, we're up here, 1950 to 86, looks like there were dictatorships there. And then 1805 to 1914, 1805 all the way up to 1914, again was the United States, or maybe actually self-rule. Okay, so if you look at that, Spain and France, it would be this one right here, 1492 to 1804. Okay, so finish the starter, please, and then we'll move on. I'll give you 1 more minute. About 30 seconds. All right, so let's move on here to the summary page. October 21st, our summary. We're going to continue to create a poster representing the culture of a European country. This is the last day that we're going to do this. North Carolina Standard Course of Study explain how cultural expressions influence modern society. Unit is Europe. And again, you'll see a lot of these on the ticket out the door. So make sure you know the overall objective unit statement of inquiry in your asynchronous work. Statement of inquiry is ideology impacts interactions. And synchronous work today, October 21st starter, which we did. We're going to work on 36 Europe culture poster, and then October 21st ticket out the door. So asynchronous time is to complete page 36 Europe culture poster. Right now, you don't need to put that in your digital notebook. You can just submit that through Canva, is fine with me. But again, that must be submitted before Thursday at 10 p.m. Okay, so let's kind of go over. So today is the same as yesterday. Okay, today is the exact same as yesterday, so I'm going to go through this briefly, kind of the expectations of this. The poster. Okay, you should be in my class in Canva. It allows for easy submission of your assignment. In fact, I'm getting a lot of them already, which is great. So if you take a look, so you can click this link as well if you are not already in that class in Canva. And here's what I need to see. And feel free to adjust my template. A lot of you using your own templates, which is awesome. I love seeing your own templates. I love seeing the creativity. I love seeing what you're doing. Okay, and I'm going to give some feedback on a few generally from what I've seen. Okay, but one thing that must happen, you must have ethnic groups represented in a self-made pie chart, a pie chart that you made. You need to then have 4 other cultural characteristics represented. Okay, so that would be a total of 5 cultural characteristics valued at 2 points each. Will earn you that 10 formal points to show me that you understand culture. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So each of those cultural characteristics must have a title. For example, art, title. Okay, caption, brief summary. I do not want paragraphs. I do not want paragraphs. I want them short, concise pieces of writing, maybe even bullet points. Okay, and then a high resolution image or graphic. Okay, keep that in mind. And your research should already be done. You should be using page 35 to help you complete this. Okay, so here's an example. So here's what I've seen from a lot of you. A lot of you are using my same colors, but they may not be the colors of the country that you've received for Europe. Okay, I used red, yellow, and green because those are predominantly the colors of the flag of Suriname. Okay, so that's why I stuck with that theme. If I were you, I would change those colors to match your country that you received for Europe. So you could change the background, because I'm seeing almost like this identical poster, and you just change, the images and the words. Okay, which, ultimately is okay. And I think that shows that you understand culture, but I'd like to see a little bit more personality in your posters. Some have submitted their posters, you used the template, but you left the title of the template up there. So maybe it says something that doesn't apply at all to the culture of Europe. So keep that in mind. So go ahead and you're gonna have the rest of the time to work on that. And again, a reminder, many of you are done. So I need you to find something in Europe that you want to learn more about, that you're interested in for your extra credit extension. And you're going to go to page 34, and you're going to start putting, let's say you are going to focus on, let's see what I'm going to focus on, World War I tanks, okay? World War I tanks. So you research something and look up some information related to these tanks, and you're going to put the title of the source. And maybe, let's say I found a source that was titled Tanks of World War I. Maybe I found a source that was the title. Then I would go down here. I do bullet points. Okay. They were slow, large. As I'm watching, maybe I find a video about tanks of World War I. Maybe it's an article. maybe it's an image, something, right? And I could start typing in that information in here just to kind of help me organize my thoughts and notes and information related to tanks. So when I get to creating, maybe I'm going to build a tank, right? Not a life-size tank, but a model tank for my product later on. I at least have all that information here available to me. Okay, so that's just an example of something you could do. And I put all those topics, a lot of topics that you could choose in Canvas. So if we go to Europe, extra credit extension, topics, I mean, there's a lot that you can choose from related to different time periods or different things in Europe. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, that extra credit extension is only when you're done with your poster and all other assignments. If you're done with your poster but you didn't do Europe geography yet, you got to go back and do Europe geography. Make sure and get all your ticket out the doors and starters done. Many of you haven't done those, so you got to do those. Okay, because those are important. Those are grades. Those do help me understand what you do and do not understand related to this content. So everybody go to the ticket out the door. October 21st, ticket out the door. And I want you to go ahead and complete this now. Here's a good one. This helps me understand whether you understand what culture is or not. Okay, I'll be able to look at this and see, and if you miss this question, and then clearly, you know, I got to figure out another way to teach you what culture is. Okay, and then here's the objective, unit, are we studying, statement of inquiry, and your asynchronous work. Okay, when you're done with that, stay on if you have questions. And if you don't have any questions and you're good to go, then that's it. Thank you.